Hi there everyone, I'm Alastair Rimmer from Kleine Zalze Wines. I'm the Cellar Master here at Kleine Zalze. I'm responsible for the production of the wines that you're going to be tasting tonight. But that said, it's part of a bigger team effort. I've got a team of viticulturists and winemakers that are hard on the go at the cellar as we speak. It's the middle of harvest here in South Africa, and we're producing the next vintage of the great wines that you're going to be drinking tonight. Kleine Zalze is a small family-owned winery. It's been making wine, and they have records of wine production here since dating back to 1695. Under the current ownership, it's Cobus Besson has owned it for the last 20 years, and he's grown it into quite a sizable and quite a significant family-owned brand. It's not huge, but as a family-owned winery, it's quite significant. And what we've really been able to achieve in the 20-25 years that Cobus has been running the business is really to establish it as one of South Africa's premium quality wine producers at all levels, from the really high-end stuff to even more accessible, commercially available wines. We really excel at all levels, which I think is quite unique about us. We've talked a lot about South African wines and where they pitch in, and globally South African wines, I think, are just building from strength to strength. We're not really, we sat in a mold of maybe being a bit fresh and friendly and good value for money, but over the last decade and a half, we're really starting to build a significant reputation for high quality wines, and not just sunshine in a bottle that was maybe 25-30 years ago that we had a reputation for. And that's part of the reason why I'm here at Kleine Zalze. I lived abroad and made wine abroad for nearly 12 years, and I can truly say with some sort of context, after having worked in all over the world, in Spain, New Zealand, California, Washington State, Australia, the most exciting place to be making wine in the world at the moment is here in South Africa. Then why Kleine Zalze? Kleine Zalze offered me a really unique opportunity. I'm passionately South African. I believe in what we do here. I believe in the potential of South African wines. And for me, I've been at Kleine Zalze for 6 years now. It offers me the opportunity to really be able to produce and showcase the best of what South Africa has to offer. And we do that across multiple levels and multiple varietals, multiple styles, which is really exciting. But foremost and most importantly, we do it in significant enough volumes that lots of people can get to experience our wines. The unfortunate thing maybe with South African wine at the moment, a lot of our best wines are made in micro volumes, and we need places like Kleine Zalze to start making those best wines in less than micro volumes. For many years, and I think I mentioned it earlier, people really just saw South Africa as cheap and cheerful, and we're so much more than that. Here at Kleine Zalze, we're well known for our Chenin Blancs, and you guys in Sweden will have drunk most probably quite a bit of our Chenin Blancs over the years in various formats, and it's a really an amazing grape variety. It's French by birth, but South African by adoption, and we've really taken charge of a really amazing style of wine. It works really well in our Mediterranean climates, and we get beautiful freshness and a brightness of flavor that is really unbelievable. As I mentioned, we're currently in the middle of harvest right here now, and we're really busy with the 2020 vintage, and some might ask, how's the 2020 vintage progressing? So far so good. We're in the last phases of vintage. It's started early this year. We had a beautiful spring growing season with a little bit of rain during spring, which is great. We've had a couple of dry seasons, so the little bit of extra rain that we got in early in spring really helped the vineyards a lot. So we've got a very good and healthy crop by volume, but the quality is also there because the plants are healthy, the natural balance is there, there's a lot of natural acidity in the wine, so the whites are looking beautiful, Chenins in particular. And then we've now in the back half of vintage where we're focusing on our Shirazes and Cabernets, and it is most probably the most compressed vintage I've ever worked with just about anywhere in the world. Normally we'd be finishing vintage first week of April. This year we'll finish next week. And to be honest with you, if we had space in the winery, we might have even finished this week. So it's been challenging from a winery logistics point of view, but when I taste through what we've got in the cellar so far, I can only be excited about the wines that are coming out of 2020. So